Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another mod feature video. Today for you guys, we're going to be taking a look at the fully playable Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora mod created by dOgExTylom. If you guys are looking for a bit of a nostalgic kick to be able to play as Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora throughout the entirety of Kingdom Hearts 3, even with some new abilities chucked into the mix to of course match up from the abilities that he uses in his very first adventure, this is the mod you're looking for. Of course, at the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, we did get to play as Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora for about 30 seconds. In all honesty though, it was a pretty neat thing. It was something that took me by surprise as I really wasn't expecting that at all for the tutorial segment. We even had the illustrated heads-up display art sitting there as well, which was just such a nice touch. As a side comment, I just have to say it was a little bit awkward going from that glorious Tetsuya Nomura artwork with the heads-up display for the character faces to that of 3D rendered character faces. I just don't understand this at all. You didn't have to do this, Square. Why? However, for the short amount of time that we get to play as Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, we don't really do anything. You can run around the dive to hearts, and that's pretty much about it. There's no combat whatsoever, you touch the mirror and bada bing bada boom, suddenly you're older Sora again. Now before this mod was released, yes, you could play as Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, but the thing is, because there's no attack animations, or really any animations, for the character aside from running and jumping, it essentially means that the character itself is pretty much unplayable. Through Cmod, yeah, you could activate Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora and muck around with him, but you really couldn't do much at all. So like the name of the mod suggests, yes, this is a fully playable Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora character mod, where just like the fully playable Terra mod, you can literally do anything normal Sora would be able to do. Glide, double jump, run up walls, use flow motion, use shot locks. The added bonus here is the Kingdom Hearts 1 abilities that are added to the base combo. Before we talk about the combos though, let's quickly talk about Sora's character model, because there is actually a change here. This isn't the vanilla version of Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora from the beginning of the game. There has been an alteration. A common complaint that you might come across towards the younger Sora model in Kingdom Hearts 3 is that for some reason Square Enix made Sora's hair very short, whereas in Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora's hair length is actually quite long. This is why in Kingdom Hearts 3, when Sora receives his brand new outfit, his hair is of course altered yet again, but it's cut shorter to give him more of that sort of mature look, as since Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora hasn't had a haircut. So what you guys are seeing right here is a mod that actually restores Sora's hair to the accurate length that it was in the very first game, which is absolutely fantastic. This is actually separate. This was created by Wanting Luke, but the long hair KH1 Sora is included in the playable KH1 Sora mod. That was also created by dOgExTylom. So for this, you're going to want to download the moveset mod as well as the playable KH1 Sora mod. They're two separate mods. I will leave them in the description down below. So let's talk about the actual gameplay and the new abilities that come along with this. Sora had some pretty iconic moves in the first game, and this mod tries to recreate them for Kingdom Hearts 3. So we've got some new combo modifiers. First things first is sliding dash. Yes, the iconic sliding dash has been recreated here as one of the combo modifiers. We have Hurricane Blast, Xantix Sukin, Stun Impact, and Ripple Drive. Now some of these abilities are of course already in Kingdom Hearts 3. Xantix Sukin is a part of Light and Dark form, Stun Impact is of course a finisher for second form, and Ripple Drive is part of second form's base combo. But when looking towards Hurricane Blast and Sliding Dash, these are of course new and custom. We also have Vicinity Break here, which was a combo modifier in Kingdom Hearts 2, which uses an animation from one of Sora's reprisal attacks. I'm also using the improved movement mod, which is suggested to use along with the playable Sora mod. This was created by Aprodtix. It's recommended just due to the fact that it changes the speed in which animations are executed when performing combos. This means that the faster you mash the attack button, the faster Sora is going to perform his attack animations. That being said though, the cool thing about this mod is because of the fact that it increases the speed dependent on how fast you're pressing the attack button, it puts some strategy into actually thinking about when you should execute the next part of the combo. It pretty much means that you can draw out your attacks if need be to the end of the attack animation, or if you want to cancel that attack animation to move on to the next part of the combo, you can do so. It just sort of makes the combat of playing Kingdom Hearts 3 a little bit more enjoyable. This doesn't just affect attack speeds in the game, but also affects movement speed as well, whether it be for gliding, jumping, or just moving in general. What is neat about this though is if it's too fast for you, you can actually alter the speeds along with a bunch of other options too, like gravity, by pressing circle on your keyboard to bring up the options menu. I've talked about the improved movement mod in the past before, but where we're up to now with the mod, since there's been various different updates applied, there's a lot more you can now do with it, especially towards the customizability side of things. What I love so much about this though is certainly sliding dash. Out of all of the new stuff that's added into the combos, sliding dash is certainly the funnest to use, just because it's executed at the very beginning of a combo and covers some absolutely crazy distance. And with the improved movement, it's up to you how much distance you kind of want to cover with sliding dash. The animation too just looks really, really neat. I also can't stress how satisfying it is to have stun impact a part of the base combo. I mean, it was great that we got it in KH3 for second form, that makes a lot of sense, but to just have it a part of the base combo with its AoE is a really satisfying thing. Now there's a lot of iconic Kingdom Hearts moves when it comes to combat, and there was actually one that didn't end up making the cut for KH3. That being Strike Raid. Yeah, there's no Strike Raid in KH3, which is very, very surprising. And so dOgExTylom decided to fix that. Yes, Strike Raid is a part of this KH1 Sora mod. So when you go into second form, because of the fact that the first finisher is usually Stun Impact, and now that Stun Impact is part of just the base combo, Strike Raid is replacing that very first finisher. And this is a completely custom animation, as of course Strike Raid isn't in the game. It works just as you'd expect Strike Raid to work. Unfortunately, the Keyblade doesn't come back hitting any enemies when it's returning, so you throw it once and then it just simply returns into Sora's hand. But this is just the coolest thing ever, man, to see a completely custom animation right here. We've also got Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora's battle quotes in here as well. As I did mention, you're able to do everything that Sora would usually be able to do, so this also includes going into different forms as well. However, Sora does continue to retain his Kingdom Hearts 1 attire, so yeah, you can go into dark form and then into double form if you want, and I have to say there's something absolutely so sick about seeing young Sora dual wielding, holding the Oathkeeper and Oblivion at the same time. And so this of course means that yes, you can go into rage form, which gives you a very interesting result. We've got the darkness steaming off Sora. The Keyblade also gets the darkness enveloped color palette going on. However, Sora's attire isn't affected whatsoever. So he's still in his bright, colorful red, white, and yellow outfit, just with glowing eyes, which gives you a very scary looking end result, which, to be honest, I absolutely love. It reminds me of the Shadow Sora that we have to defeat in Neverland, except, you know, without all the darkness going on. And just like any mod that replaces Sora's model, this of course means that that new model that you've added into the game will of course appear in cutscenes. And there's something kind of unique about seeing KH1 Sora actually interacting in cutscenes. There are times where, like, yeah, it can look a little bit strange because the proportions are not to that of, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, as he is a bit taller, and this is younger Sora, he's a bit shorter, so it can look a little awkward from time to time, but but for the most part, it actually works really well. To add a little bit more extra Kingdom Hearts 1 flair, I decided to also add the Kingdom Hearts 1 Elemental Witches mod created by DaniZaya. This replaces the Elemental Flying Heartless, so the Vermilion Samba, the Marine Rumba, Gold Beat, and Malachite Bolero, with the color palettes of the classic Elemental Little Flying Heartless mages from Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, that being the Blue Rhapsody, Red Nocturne, Yellow Opera, and Green Requiem. And for good measure too, there is also the map of Destiny Islands from the Realm of Darkness from 0.2 Birth by Sleep that you can actually import into Kingdom Hearts 3 thanks to Ivan 13, or if you're just simply looking for that Ansem arena, thanks to Darlin, there's a map mod that literally imports that arena into KH3 from Kingdom Hearts 1. However guys, that right there is the fully playable Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora mod. All of the mods that I've mentioned in this video will be in the description down below. Massive shout out to the mod community as always for the simply incredible work they're doing. I really wasn't expecting the Kingdom Hearts mod scene to blow up to this degree. I've been involved in the Kingdom Hearts mod scene for quite some time now, and seeing what has come out of Kingdom Hearts 3 coming to PC has been nothing short of incredible. To know that there is a thriving mod community for Kingdom Hearts, if you were to have told me that, you know, quite some time ago, before the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, I would have just shaken my head and laughed. While we've always had mods towards Kingdom Hearts games, and yes, there have been some pretty impressive ones, specifically looking at Kingdom Hearts 2 on PC SX2, I really wasn't expecting the mod scene to kind of get to this point. I really can't wait to see what the future of the mod scene brings. We're not even a year in since Kingdom Hearts came to PC, so really excited to see where this all goes. However guys, I'm Cynical, hopefully you're having a fantastic day. As always, share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.